What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, and we bring you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream over on Twitch daily at This Is Aftersound. So come by, say hello. We do giveaways every stream, and we do giveaways every week here on the channel. All you got to do is leave your in-game username in the comments section, and I go through and pick out my favorite ones on the weekly Q&A videos that are recorded every Monday, and you hopefully dropped every Monday. But if not, they'll come on to into your inboxes. Is that what it is? Maybe your feeds, your subscriptions, whatever it is, on Tuesday morning. That also being said, if you are enjoying this content, I do humbly request that you consider liking and subscribing. It is a free and easy way to support the channel. Again, we recently crossed 500 subs, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been supporting the channel. Really couldn't do this without you, and I'm having so much fun just getting to know the community and getting to know this game. So thank you for that. Want to take a quick moment. Okay. So I am going to wrap up this series now, and as you can see, I was planning to do dragon and neutral separately, but there's only 5 dragons, and they're all legendary. So we're going to condense dragon and neutrals into this same video. All right. So we're going to start with dragon here. And if you guys are looking for any of the other splinters, there should be videos up for each of the other splinters by this point: fire, water, earth, life, death, and now we're going to wrap this up. Okay, so 5 different dragons, all of them legendary, meaning you get none of them in the starter deck. So let's I don't know why I like starting from the right. So we're going to start from the right. We have our dragon summoner. So this is similar to Camilla in the sense that it's not a like this will be eligible for the Little League, right? It's only 4 mana or less. So you'll be able to play it in that instance. You get a double debuff. Right, so Camilla had the -1. Now we're going to have -1 melee. So now we have a -1 ranged, as well as a -1 speed. So I'm immediately thinking about, and I think I may have even mentioned this previously, but I'm immediately thinking about Naga Assassin with backfire to really get the most out of that. Oh, I guess there's not really any stats here. So this is all going to be the same as the other legendary summoners. So let's go over to the monsters now. I'll start from the left here. I don't know. I was going from the right. 14 mana for Chaos Dragon. That is a heck of a lot of mana, but you know, this I feel like will potentially become a staple for the, it could become a staple for the 99 mana games. I mean, you know, when you don't have a limit, it's kind of nice, right? So you have Chaos Dragon here, 3 magic damage, 3 speed, so not bad right off the bat. 12 health is awesome, plus 4 armor. Flying, so increased chance of evading, and scatter shot. That 3 magic damage could be so helpful if you knew where it was going. But interestingly enough, they don't have this at level 1, but level 2, you're going to get scatter shot with blast, so that does make it a little bit nicer. That would be played at silver. At gold, you will get blind. And then it looks like at the fully maxed out levels, they will have 4 magic damage. Okay, not bad. Chaos Dragon is a perfect name for a monster that has scattershot, though. I will say that. All right, so now you have Desert Dragon, who has literally half the mana cost, still legendary. You get 4 damage, 2 speed, so it's a little bit slower. 4 damage, 3 armor, 6 health. It does have trample from the get-go, and with an attack of 4, that could be very significant, because then all of a sudden you're doing 8 damage per turn, or not per turn, but 8 damage in a single turn with Desert Dragon. Now, as we go up the rank, wow, so getting this guy to level 2 is almost a must, because there's 2 increases here. One, you get an increase to 5 damage, as well as piercing. So now all of a sudden you're cutting through any kind of armor. Take this all the way to the max level. I mean, in gold, you're going to get retaliate, which is nice. Oh, I'm retaliate with 5 with a 5 attack is awesome. And then at level 4, so fully maxed out, 6 damage, retaliate, and giant killer. So this guy could do 12 damage. This guy could do 12 damage to a Kron. So if this Kron is not on last stand and is only at 12 health at that moment, wow. Very cool. Very cool. Kron, they're coming for you, man. They are coming for you. It kind of makes me happy that I didn't buy Kron. And also, I think we've seen the Kron's price slip just a little bit, which which I guess is not to be unexpected. And part of the reason why I was always hesitant to buy one. All right, so now we have Zyvax Vool. 8 mana, 2 range damage. We got 3 speed, 10 health. Man, these guys are real chunkers. They can all take a hit. I like it. So we have flying as well as recharge. So 2 damage the first turn, I'm assuming, and then 6 damage every other turn after that. At level 2, they get close range. Okay. Sucks that they don't have that from the get-go for a legendary monster. They get piercing and an increase to 3 damage. And keep in mind, this is 3 damage, which would be 9 damage every other turn. And then this is just ridiculous. They also have death blow. So if it's the 3rd turn or 5th turn or whatever it is, like every other turn that they're doing, oh my goodness, they will be doing 9 damage for the recharge with piercing. Times 2 would be 18 damage. Oh my God, they would flatten anybody. They would literally flatten anybody. So this is why, okay, now I need to go back through and really start to see which are the monsters that have force field. Because force field, with the amount of damage being thrown around by some of these monsters, now that we've been through a lot of them, but with the amount of damage being thrown around, force field is so clutch in many cases. All right, last one for Dragon, we have the Void Dragon. Very nice, 5 mana. So on the cheaper side, but you do have Void, which is fantastic, but there isn't a anti-magic buff or debuff, whatever you want to call it, for Dragon that I can think of right now. Yeah, there isn't one. All right, but 5 speed, 1 magic damage, does have flying. And is 1 damage all the way throughout gold. Now, you do get phase, which is nice. They don't increase in speed. You do get phase and dodge, as well as an increase to 8 health. So this this one's interesting. This could be kind of like a cheaper tank, maybe in a lower mana game where you know you're going to be going up against some magic. Because dodge is helpful against melee and range, and then you have phase, which is helpful against magic. And if a magic attack does hit you, you take less damage from it. I can see the use for that, especially in the smaller games. Okay, let's make our way over to the neutrals now. We'll start with the legendaries. I think we've talked at length about Dr. Blight, but just to quickly revisit it, at the max level, you get a litany of different debuffs: Affliction, Slow, Poison, Scavenger, and Weaken. So I think this guy will be very versatile, and it'll be interesting to actually see him played with some of the Earth decks at this level with Obsidian. I think that'd be kind of cool. All right, we also have Legionnaire Alvar, and I think they spoke about him on the AMA, but I don't know if we got all of the details and stats. So at level 1, 2 damage, 2 speed. He's got a lot of armor, and you can even see it on his body. So 8 armor, 6 health with void armor. So this doesn't reduce the amount of magic, but the magic has to hit his armor first. So against pretty much everyone, he's got like 14 hit points. Now at level 2, he does get 2 increases. So he goes to a 3 damage on the melee attack, as well as Giant Killer. So now when he's facing some of the bigger monsters, he can do 6 damage. He also gets Demoralize, so he reduces the melee attack of all enemy monsters at gold level, or level 3. Oh my, and this is another one with Giant Killer and Death Blow. So this is another guy, 3 damage, that can do 12 damage to someone like Kron. I love it. This is crazy. And you don't have to wait every other turn for something like this. This could be every single turn where this dude is doing 12 damage. That's incredible. I mean, again, only if the monsters are 12 mana or more. He doesn't have piercing though, and so, you know, there's that. Who was the dragon that had piercing? Was it Zyvool? Yeah, this is the guy with this unreal recharge, death blow, and piercing. My goodness. Okay. So we took a look at that. Let's look at the epic cards now. Oh, only 2 of them? Does that mean the rest? Okay. So let's take a look at the epic cards. Gem Meteor, this one was kind of leaked. I think I even covered it in a previous video. So we have Scatter Shot here, and then Blast at the higher levels. I believe you'll get this at gold. So, yeah, I mean, for 5 mana, 3 damage with Blast, I'll take it with Scatter Shot. I want to see how this thing goes. I mean, it's going to add even more randomness into a game that has some randomness in it. So, you know, it could work in your favor sometimes. You never know. Magi of Chaos. 6 mana, 2 magic damage, 2 speed, 5 health. No abilities, and really no abilities until you get to the higher levels at gold or even completely, or just maxed out. So they do get, at level 3, an extra magic damage. Then when you fully max them out, they will have a press and a 4 magic attack. Interesting. Could come in handy in many places, especially if you want a magic spam. So this might be something that you'll see commonly with Obsidian, potentially. Because it's also a decent meat shield for 6 mana. That can deliver a hit. Okay, so let's look at the commons and rares now. Oh, we have another Scavo. Yeah, see, this is why I thought there were more than one, that Scavos were going to be in every Splinter, because I think I saw this one in one of the sneak peeks. All right, let's start with Supply Runner, though. Supply Runner, 6 mana, 2 damage, 3 health, 4. So I feel like their benefit really comes in much later. So you'd have to get this at silver, where it's going to give you swiftness, and then maxed out, it's going to give you strength and okay. I'm not sold. It is a common card after all. So I like this guy, and I love that he's versatile with every Splinter, because you are going to have repair right off the bat. That is awesome. Wow. No way. Did we see this one already? There's no way that we did. Look at what he has. Camouflage. How is this a common card? You have repair, triage, camouflage, so it cannot be targeted, and slow. And I mean, you wouldn't even need to max them out. You can just get them to the basics of gold level. At level 7, you have repair, triage, and camouflage. 2 of these abilities are with one of the legendary summoners right now, Chancius the Great. And you're able to get him for 3 mana. And he can't be targeted. And he's got a speed of 4. So he's going to go very big, very close to the beginning of the round. I think that this... I like this one. This is one that I'm going to have to max out ASAP. All right, Disintegrator. We have... Oh, wow. What? Look at... Okay, so this is very interesting now. You get a monster, and this is weird that it is a common monster that has Demoralize at level 1. I mean, I'm thinking about all the other tanks. Yeah, there's some decent tanks out there, but every Splinter can use this tank, and you get Demoralize at level 1. That's pretty good. I can see this guy being my go-to tank, or one of my go-to tanks in reverse speed, for example, because, you know, it's got speed of 1. Now he does get a little bit, wow, he gets a little bit faster. Plus he gets trample, 3 damage. So this is not until he gets to the higher levels of silver and then gold. Knockout and retaliate. Man, some of these neutral cards are tickling my fancy. Is that the right thing to say? I don't know. All right, you have Chaos Agent. This guy looks like a placeholder. 1 mana, 3. He's got nothing. He's like literally got nothing. He's just there to take a shot. Maybe this is like a 1 mana chicken until we get a little bit higher, and at gold. Yeah, it would have to be at, well, I guess at level 2, you get him with dodge. So, you know, it gets a little shifty. At level 6, so this would be at gold. He does get phase. Some magic attacks might miss him. Interesting. Okay. And then he does get backfire. So, interesting. Okay, so if you max this guy out, for 1 mana, you could get a tank that has 5 hit points, dodge, magic phase, and backfire. Again, how are all of these common cards? I guess the point is that he's not really fully functional unless you max him out, meaning that you would not only need to get 400 BCX, 400 copies of him, but you would also need to have a summoner that could play him at the max level. But he is neutral, so you can play him with pretty much anybody. All right, moving on to the common cards. The rare cards. We have Zenith Archer, so 2 mana, 1 damage, no abilities. And no abilities ever given. So at the highest levels, I guess if you max it out, you will have 3 damage for 2 mana, which, you know, I always like that, with a speed of 4 and can take a hit. Okay. I mean, yeah, rare, I guess, seems just about right. Zenith Archer. Now we have Zenith Monk. So another 4 mana card. Is this going to follow kind of the same pathway here? Oh, no. Oh, wow. Here is a card that you will need to get because you can easily get this guy to level 2. And as long as you have a level 2 summoner in bronze, here is a tank self healer. He's got 6 health. He can heal himself at level 2. If you heard me in one of the previous videos, I was just like, I don't think we're going to have any self healers or in bronze anymore. I think you're going to have to wait until you get to silver or gold. But here we go. Here's one in bronze. You're not going to get it in the starter deck, right? They specifically made it so you're not going to get it in the starter deck. You literally have to get 5 VCX of this card, level it up to level 2, and have a summoner who can play it. But that is cool. And then not only that, you max this guy out, or at least get him to gold. He's got Void. So there are a lot of, okay, I think what's interesting to see is we're seeing so much more magic damage and attack across the board. So, you know, to balance that out, that's the reason why we're also seeing a ton of magic defense as well. Now, I thought we were going to see that in certain Splinters, but it ended up being in other Splinters rather than the ones that I was expecting. And we're seeing it in the neutral cards as well, because not only does he have Void, but Gargoyle Lion is another tank that has Void. But for 4 mana, 4 speed, this guy's way better than Gargoyle Lion. Why am I buying Gargoyle Lions right now? Somebody tell me. Why am I buying Gargoyle Lions? This is just, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, very cool. Let's go ahead and check out. So, and he gets Magic Reflect at the end. So, of course, yeah, I mean, this guy, 8 health. Yeah, this is, okay. I feel like I'm going to need to have all of these guys maxed out. So let's go ahead and bring in the Untamed one. So we'll see what we will be able to play with. So you're going to have your Elven Defender here, Horny Toad, Mantoy, Parasitic Growth. I played with a bunch of those. Elven Mystic is still in here, and at level 4, this is one of those cards where it might be worth leveling up because this is your neutral silence. But I can imagine this being super expensive. Well, we're on the test network right now, so we can't see how much they are for sale. But yeah, guys, this is so exciting. I cannot wait. It's blowing my mind in the sense that I have no idea. Like, I feel like I'm a newbie at this game once again. Like, even though I've been playing now for 3 months, I finally feel like I got a good sense of bronze, and then I got a good sense of silver. And even though I suck in silver and I'm getting rolled over in many instances, it's because, like, I know, like, I'm just like, okay, well, these cards are leveled up, so they have certain abilities. My cards aren't leveled up yet. And now it's just like, oh my gosh, we're going to go back to basics, literally back to basics in the starter deck. And while, you know, I should say for myself, I really, my goal is, as I plan to level up these cards, I really don't want to be playing with anything in the starter deck at level 1, because if I'm able to get, you know, leveled up cards for all of these, and hopefully in the beginning, or at least once the general sale starts, there will be, you know, the cards will be, what's that called? Reasonable in price, and there's going to be a ton of them compared to previous cards. So I'm hopeful that you know, I wouldn't have to stay playing with the starter deck the way that I am now. And I don't know if that's the case for other people, but you know, if you're a newer player coming in and planning on playing with the starter deck, there's still some really great cards here, but they do make it worth your while to invest in either leveling up the cards for yourself or going out and being part of the economy and renting the cards. So Zenith Monk, I like this guy a lot. this is going to be so fun, guys. This is going to be so fun. All right. So this wraps up the series. I believe we've covered all the splinters. Check out the other videos if you want to see anything specific on the other splinters. I will probably just take some time to wrap my head around all of this, and then maybe do some strategy videos thinking about, you know, the different metas and maybe what I'm planning to do in terms of, you know, where I might be focusing on first in terms of leveling up or splinters that I want to try and take advantage of. So I just feel like my brain is fried because I've ripped through 6 of these videos now. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Again, if you're enjoying the content, please consider liking and subscribing. I will see you all in the next video. Have an awesome, awesome rest of your day.